Smitty Werber Jaegerman Jensen.
What?
He was number 1.
Oh, jeez.
We're going into the number 1 contenders match now on the Schmoedown. This is the Cinefanatics reaction to the Spectacular.
Again, still.
Always.
Yeah, at this rate.
Yeah. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
Yeah, so number 1 contenders match. Clarke Wolfe versus Dan Murrell.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be who goes to Chicago. We just watched the Star Wars one, so...
New York.
New York, yeah. It's up there, too.
Yeah.
We're in Texas. Everything's the same direction. Yeah, who's going to New York with the winner of Roca versus Irwin?
Yeah.
We'll find out. Who do you got?
On this... And I know we just wanted to give, like, short answers.
This one you can't, really.
Yeah. Dan Murrell. I mean, he's still good. I have every faith in Clarke, but Dan Murrell.
Here's the thing. Because you spoke first to pick Dan Murrell, I'm going to go Clarke Wolfe. I love Dan. I think Dan could pull it out on this one. However, Clarke Wolfe is riding high on that win on the Shire Wolves just now.
Yeah.
That could be momentum that's going to carry her through this match.
Yeah.
As much as I want to say Dan Murrell, I think Clarke Wolfe has probably got this one.
Yeah, probably.
So let's find out.
All right, brother, number 1 contender match. We all believe in you. You're taking on Clarke Wolfe. She ain't an easy one to beat. No. We know you can do it, brother. I want to see you in New York. I'm going to handle business. You handle business. We do this for a 3rd time. You know it.
That's right. Today we're friends.
Yeah.
We'll worry about next time.
Next time. Next year.
Guys, thank you for coming.
Get out.
Appreciate you being here.
You got this, man.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Just remember this. Remember this, Dan.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't worry about it. Remember this. 5 horsemen, 5 captains. That ain't no coincidence.
Yeah,
right.
that's not
right.
a coincidence.
Focus
Warp
in.
speed.
We're on the warp speed today, fellas. I'm going to see you in New York.
Damn right.
We're going to see what happens when we get there. But I got to get there.
You got to get there.
Yeah. All right,
You'll get there.
book your ticket today with that match. I wouldn't want anyone else out there besides you guys with me. So thanks.
We're there.
Hey, by the way,
Your team's today with that
no,
match.
no, step. Yeah, we're short of horsemen.
Yeah, he said he was going to be here for match. He says he's got something to talk to me about. I'm not sure what, but he's going to talk to me.
Uh-oh.
He'll be here for the match, so don't worry about it.
Good,
We're walking out.
Uh-oh.
Danny, you're walking out me, so we'll
Sweet.
see. Yeah.
All right.
All
Guys,
right.
let's do this.
Doing good? Let's go.
Who played Lee Harvey Oswald?
Ooh, missing a nose.
Oliver Stone's
I just like the fact they were like back behind the building having like this little powwow. Kind of reminded me of when they were playing football in the room with their tuxedos.
Your chicken.
No, they were cheap.
Oh, yeah,
I know the classic Clarke Wolfe is the crowd favorite. I know she's the audience favorite. I knew it was going to be a tough competition.
Good times.
And, it was.
You know, I got my clock cleaned. Dan has all the belts for a reason. My hat is off to Mr. Murrell.
Who directed The Burbs?
Barry Levins.
And your winner, and the New
Oh yeah.
So yeah, heard around the world broke everyone's mics.
Before being remade with Jude Law, which actor starred as Alfie Elkins in
Michael Caine.
1966? Alfie.
Michael Caine.
See? You see? I knew it.
You have to say it.
I said it in the other video. You have to do it in his voice.
My cocaine.
Your cocaine?
Veteran actor.
Yeah, if you just say my cocaine, it sounds like Michael Caine in his accent.
J.K. Simmons.
Why did you take my cocaine?
My cocaine. My cocaine.
This is not a drug channel. It's okay. We're not trying to support the drug industry.
Just Michael Caine.
Just Michael
This
Caine.
was a double retirement match because I made up my mind. There's a lot of new blood down there. There's a lot of people that want that belt, and I think now's the perfect time to give all of them a shot at it.
Clarke Wolfe, what is she going to do next?
Mia.
And your winner!
Correct.
And your winner!
His brother's death.
And your winner.
School of Rock.
And your winner. I'm noticing a theme here.
I have a
She wins a lot.
She wins a lot.
Shire Wolf. We want to join
I was gonna. Are we gonna see the cutscene of this again?
Yeah.
That's amazing. We did not plan that. There's a wall back there.
I wish we could do it, but unfortunately,
You know what we
There's
need to
no
do
space
is
here.
get a cardboard cutout of, like, somehow get a cardboard cutout of Mark and Draco and put it, like, on some kind of an air thing that all we can do is just hit it with our foot down here. And he just pops out. That would be That would be awesome. You know, I could probably do it digitally in Final Cut.
That would be amazing.
I'm disappointed, yeah, but I feel like I earned my right to be at that table, and I earned my right to almost have the belt.
Of course. Well, now I'm stuck on what does Nos have to talk to Roka about?
Hasn't Nos has been the one who's been with Roka the entire time?
Yeah, top 10.
5, 4,
Bronson.
Child 44.
I've always said that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter when you play. Score starts at 0 every match. You win or you lose.
The whole entire league should be afraid now. This is the greatest of all time. And he's going to prove it to you time and time again. 2, 1.
Zoom tight.
Dan.
I didn't get it written down in time. I know this. I leave it to your judgment, but
you don't have anything there at all, so.
It's also a recurring theme, apparently.
you helped bring me back from where I was, and I'm going to help bring you back. Then I'm going to walk out in the Spectacular and watch him defend that belt, unless I'm the one playing him.
The singles tournament begins. The winner faces John the Outlaw Roca at the Spectacular.
Straw dog.
Greg Berlanti.
And your winner.
And your winner.
Paul Greengrass.
And your winner.
Are you expecting him to go, and you're a loser?
Contender.
The other guy!
Ready to rumble.
And your winner. Dan Murrell and Andraco will go right at it again. And your winner. He is now in the Spectacular in the #1 contender match.
South side with me.
Ooh. Oh, did we have to relive that one? Did we have to relive? Oh, yes, we did. Oh.
Southside with you. Southside with you.
That still stings.
Clarke Wolfe
That still
faces
stings.
Dan Murrell in a rematch for the #1 contender. Winner goes to New York.
Dan Murrell, the game's different now. I'm a different player now.
I'm going to go out there with Clarke Wolfe, and we're going to put on a champion show, and we're going to see who comes out on top.
Expect nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
Those boys in the editing booth can hype up a match.
Oh, yeah. That's not easy. Let me tell you, because of all the editing I've been doing over the past 24 hours, that's not easy.
I don't know who
your editing is. I was getting there. I don't know who your editors are, but they do a fantastic job.
I know who our editor is.
Yeah, so do I. Don't get me wrong, I love editing. I think that's probably one of my creative outlets on these, but whoo!
You see the horseman on top there?
Fun times.
Oh yeah.
This is as we move into the next one, the #1 contenders match. The #1 contenders match is on the line here. And there's so much on the line for this match.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this on paper, Christian, and as announcers, we're like, oh, it's only 3 rounds. This will be a piece of cake. And then you start delving into the history of Dan Murrell versus Clarke Wolfe. Dangerous, classy. They first clashed way back in 2016 when Clarke was a challenger to Dan back then.
Yeah.
But now, you come into this match, Clarke is seated in the favorite chair. Dan Murrell is the one that's going to be coming through the curtain curtain first. Who's going to win this match? I don't know, but I do know to expect a lot of fireworks.
Well, what a journey the two of them have been on in general. I mean, through their league. You know, if you look at Dangerous Dan Murrell, obviously a legend in the game who wound up winning 2 championships. He had such an amazing run. He took his first
Did he
championship
just
from
do
his
the?
stablemate
I
Mark
can't say his
Webber,
name.
Then did the same thing in a triple threat.
The
match
basketball player
against
did.
Riley
No.
He defended it right afterwards against
the
Sam Levine, who
Kimbe.
a lot of people arguably say is one of the greatest players of all time.
He's defeated
You
Santa
missed it, I
Claus.
guess.
And then, yeah, right.
You look
He
confused.
defeated you.
Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah, I
defeated
have no idea what you're
Santa
trying to do right
He
now.
did it all. He did it all, and then he stepped away from the
mind.
game for a little bit.
They know
Came
who I'm
back,
talking
came
about.
back to Collision. He lost to Andrew
Maybe.
Guy.
Y'all can fill
the
me in the
tournament
comments
with the Founding
below,
Fathers,
'cause-
they went 1-1. He then entered the Ultimate Schmoedown, and he first match looked like, all right, here's Dan Murrell, precision, and takes out Stacey Howard. Had a bump in the road as he lost to Ethan Irwin in that semifinals match, but because of the rules here of the 2 semifinals losers, it was Andreyko versus Murrell, and Murrell won that via TKO and gets himself to this dance. Clarke Wolfe, on the other hand, has been on fire this season. You combine what she just did in the teams match. She is a combined 8-2 this season in teams and singles. She went 2-0. She beat Ben Bateman.
Yeah,
in
they
the
used
first round.
Premiere.
Then she beat her stablemate Mark Andreyko. And lost
Some
to
After
Ethan
Effects
Irwin,
going on right
not
there.
by one question, by one word. The answer was Southside with you. She said Southside with me.
Effing pronouns.
But because of it, she is in this #1 contender match. And not only do they play the winner of either Irwin
Could be
or
Southside
Wolfe,
with everybody. I mean,
New York City.
They have good salsa.
This is the
New
battle
York
for
City.
New
New York City.
The
Get a rope.
season premiere, January. They are
The
going
old
to
Pace
be going
Bacani.
head to
Yeah.
head. Whoever wins
New York
this
City.
with the champion.
because Pace is
whoever
made in
that
San
might be
Antonio by
the
people
end
who
of
know how to
today.
make
Lots
salsa.
of stuff going on.
At least the
here.
Texan
And
versions
what's
of
really
those people.
funny is that you and I were speculating on this potentiality, and then whether Classy Clarke Wolfe was going to be coming off a team victory or team loss, how that might affect her going into this match. This is the situation she finds herself in, where some people may say, hey, I'm in Vegas, I just won at this casino, I feel great, now let me go downtown to Excalibur, try my luck at $2 blackjack. I've left there empty-handed, shirtless. Christian, it can turn in a flash in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Because it's got
Whatever
to
you
be
just
such
said,
a relief
you're
to
not wrong.
because a loss
Wow,
can
that was a
really
lot of
take it
words.
out of you. The adrenaline can kick in if you have to compete twice, and now she's going in. And I'll tell you, I know Dan Murrell. Dan Murrell's also probably happy that she won because he wants the best Clarke Wolfe. He wants Clarke Wolfe, Dan Murrell, rematch here, part 2. I'm psyched. I want to hear what they have to say. Here we go.
Here we are, the Schmoedown Spectacular. This is the event that every competitor in the Schmoedown works all year to play in. I'm not going to lie, this is not how I imagined that I would be here, and I might not be fighting in the fight that I envisioned in my head that I'd be fighting, but that doesn't mean I'm not grateful for the chance to be here. That doesn't mean I'm not ready to play, and that doesn't mean I'm not ready to win.
So way back in 2016, I had my first shot at the singles belt. I was 3-0 and had a pretty good run of it, and then had to play Dan in a title match, and it did not go well. It definitely is, aside from Makuga 2, the thing that is stuck in my craw of the whole thing.
People look at my opponent today, Clarke Wolfe, and they say, oh, Dan played her, it's going to be a runaway. It wasn't even close last time. Those people don't know what's going on, and they haven't been paying attention to this game. The last time I played Clarke Wolfe was eons ago in Schmoedown time. And champion to champion, there's no way that I would disrespect Clarke and pretend like she didn't have a great shot of winning this game. But that also means that I've got to bring my A game, and that's what I've got ready.
Dan is an incredible player. He is arguably maybe the best player this league has ever seen, but he's been out of it for a while. And if this tournament has taught me anything, I feel warm, I feel loose, I feel like I'm in the right headspace, and so I think it could be a close one.
Clarke, this isn't just about the title, and this isn't just about the Spectacular, and this isn't just about my win record. This is about respect, and this is about my season. And I intend to make this a winning season.
Dan Murrell, you are an icon and a legend in this league, and I lost very badly to you a couple of years ago. The game's different now, I'm a different player now, and I just hope that this is one for the books, and because you are so good, I know that it will be, so good luck.
Oh, friendly.
Yeah.
Both of them want New York. Both of them want to get to the dance. And we have half of the team champion against the former two-time champion.
You were
this is a Legends match.
the top. You were the best. You're respectable.
This is a match that can headline the Spectacular.
I think I got it backwards.
Collision can headline anything. And we have it right now. You're getting it.
There's really bad allergies here in Austin, Texas right now. And apparently I'm susceptible to them, so it's kind of like with me. Just in case you want to know.
Compete in the Schmoedown.
His head's a little stuffy.
I feel pretty ready. Do we have any notable accomplishments to get to, or do we even have time?
No, we got them, and here we go. So you got Dan Murrell, notable performances and accomplishments. 2016.
I almost feel like he's got more than 3.
Rounds in the 2017 free-for-all. He's a former two-time
Scroll
champion.
into the next slide.
Yeah.
Wolfe is the 2016 rookie.
Honestly, same with her.
I would say
Scroll
the
to
same
next
with
slide.
her also. Yeah, next slide.
2018 Ultimate Schmoedown singles finalist. All right, with that, are you ready?
You said he lasted 12 rounds?
12 rounds.
I have to get up 3 times a night to take a leak. I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen,
What is that
time
from?
for the movie trivia Schmoedown. The crowd has maintained their fervor.
All right. 3 rounds, number 1 contender match. Here we go. Introducing first, representing the 5 Horsemen.
Bruce the Shark.
Blood to
Wait,
the ring.
that's not right.
Mark Yodi Riley, Jason Justice Inman, and the movie trivia Schmoedown champion John Roca, with a record of 9-4, 6 knockouts.
Not Matt Nost.
He is the former 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrell. There's the Horseman, he's the champion. There he is. There's him, the former champion. And there is Dangerous Dan Murrell.
That's ready. That's a focused Dan Murrell you're seeing.
Yeah.
But look at his eye.
No notes here. I don't see notes.
Making pizza south of here.
Yeah, I don't see notes. Dan Murrell. We have one of the best. He makes it over to used to be on that other side.
Say whatever you want about the rest of the Horsemen, and people will say things
Force
about
a habit.
fathers as well. Dan Murrell, always a classy guy, gives us a nod. He's appreciative of the game, and he's come here to win.
And his opponent, representing the Fight Club, with a record of 8 wins, 6 defeats. She is the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown team champion and the 2018 Ultimate Schmoedown finalist, Clarke Wolfe. And look, the rematch from almost 3 years ago at this point, 2.5 years ago.
It's over.
We are getting old.
I love that they're paying respects here to.
Can't stop the Duran Duran.
Class this match.
Yeah.
You know?
And
It's really nice. Look at
proud of that belt. She's proud of
And
that belt.
the Fight Club making sure that their competitor is situated. They're such a tight-knit group.
Yeah.
You know, the founding fathers, they ride in and out in their Priuses, their horses, what their transportation is, but it seems like the Fight Club, they all travel to and from each match in one big minivan.
Well, here we go, guys. The battle for New York begins
Maybe.
as we
The
get
battle for
into
New York.
round number 1.
Art Avengers.
3 rounds. How does it go?
In round number 1, this is a...
So, with that being said, Dan Murrell, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
Clarke Wolfe, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's get ready.
Oh, I hope this is better than the performance of the Star Wars.
That reminds me, I gotta raise my 2 points
Here
here.
we go.
Yeah.
First category
That was
is
fast.
the category of comedies.
Yep.
Which film stars Mel Gibson as a chauvinistic ad executive who can hear women's thoughts after a fluke accident?
All right, getting everybody warmed up here.
Yeah.
Just go
Mel
after
Gibson
the
and chauvinistic,
round.
got it.
4, 3,
Yeah.
2.
Hear women's
1.
thoughts.
Clarke
Okay.
Wolfe.
Excuse me.
What women want.
Yes, Dan.
What women want.
What women want.
What women want.
Love that movie.
Monsieur, I have to
And
poop.
now the movie trivia portion of the game
I got to
begins.
poop.
Love you, Chris. Your question comes from the world of action adventure, and it is: who played the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? One of my all-time. Can I sing it to you?
Yes.
4.
You know it's true.
No. 3, 2, 1. Stop it. Dan Murrell.
Do it for you.
Rickman.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Alan Rickman.
Yes, that's right.
Alan Rickman.
As well, 1 point apiece. All right.
Snape.
Next question here.
Severus
Dramas.
Snape. Dumbledore.
Which Tarantino film did Chris Tucker appear in?
Here's the thing about Bryan Adams. Though.
Yes.
Was he in this one?
No, I just people give him credit.
5, 4,
Summer '69? Are you
3,
kidding?
2,
Back in the summer
1.
of 16.
Clark.
Jackie Brown.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Brown.
Tie game.
Jackie Brown.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
3 as we get to the halfway point in.
Did you put
round
Django?
Number 1 with your
Why would I do that? That's stupid.
Question. What Saturday Night Live alum voices Roxanne Ritchie, the reporter Megamind falls for in the movie Megamind? We saw this in the theater together. We had some corn, I believe, at Universal.
No.
What's the?
I don't remember.
3 Universal Studios.
Oh, okay. 2, 1. Pen down.
I think I'm
I
wrong.
can't spell her name.
Tina Fey?
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
There you go.
I was thinking her friend Amy Poehler.
Yeah, I think Kristen Wiig. Last second, I was thinking, oh, it's Tina Fey.
Bonus question.
All right, next one. Oscar movies. 3 films have tied for the most Oscar wins with 11. Name 2 out of the 3 of those films.
Guess who called me? The Oscars.
Biscuits.
The Oscars called again.
Are they gonna
They
do
said, "Hey, yeah, can you host it?"
Yeah. 5.
I said, "Not yet.
Nice. 4.
Not yet."
3. That was Oscar,
remember.
my next door neighbor. 1. Pens down, please. And
I know I got one of them right.
I said Titanic and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
You got it right.
Ooh.
Dan Murrell.
I said Ben-Hur and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Also got it right.
I said Titanic and Avatar.
Nope.
I knew Titanic was correct.
I think Avatar got much
each
of
other
all.
so well. Y'all
They
should
go
be
on
on a team
ahead.
sometime.
I don't know.
Special effects,
Your next
maybe.
question comes from the world of fantasy sci-fi. And your fantasy sci-fi question is, who plays Bard the Bowman in the Hobbit trilogy?
Now, this is probably where Clark wishes was in a team match. She could lean over to Rachel Cushing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rachel Cushing knows the answer to this.
5, 4,
It's also your nickname in high school.
3,
Bard the Bowman.
2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. Dan?
I didn't have it. It's Stuart. I don't know.
Nope. And Clark?
I also don't have it. I didn't get that.
Not Orlando Bloom.
All right.
Evans.
All right.
I like a Luke Evans.
Full tie game.
Only as
'Cause he's Legolas.
Stewart.
All right, here's your next question, Dan and Clark.
Yeah, I haven't watched Hobbit.
/ thriller. Who directed 2006's Hostel?
Why am I blanking on his name?
It's been a long.
I like that.
2
that
nights.
Hungry Like the Wolf song. Is that the
5,
song she came out to before
4,
Duran
Yes.
Duran, or was it?
3. No, she used to come out to Werewolf of London. 1. Pens down, please. And Clark Wolfe.
Eli Roth.
It is. Dan.
I thought Saw in my head and I wrote James Bond.
Oh, wow.
Eli Roth.
So Clark goes up by a point there.
It's a mental mistake right
There
there.
you go, 6-5. So Clark goes up by 1 point because of the mental mistake.
right.
And now we get to the next question here. Wow, big mistake there. Not big mistake, but just, again, a mental mistake
No, it's
there.
okay, Christian. It's a big mistake.
If you're rubbing salt in the wound, we can
All right, there we
progress
go.
to the last question in round number 1 is a Patreon question. This one comes from Jake Hammer, Jake the Hammer. Thank you for supporting the movie trivia Schmoedown. We're just the nail. You hammer us home, buddy. He wanted the category of 90s movies. Check out the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon for your chance to have your name said during a question in the category of 90s movies. The question is, high school student Dave tells his parents that his new friend Link is a foreign exchange student from Estonia in what
Yes.
90s comedy?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dan Murrell.
Encino Man?
Got it. Clark.
Encino Man.
Encino Man.
Yeah.
This
is,
Brendan Fraser.
It's
my worst, number 1.
She gets another 7
Round
points
1
in the
match.
first
It's,
round. but
Brendan
Dan
Fraser
Murrell
and Pauly
keeping
Shore.
pace. They're only down by 1 point as we get to round number 2. And round number 2, how do we go?
In 1 point advantage over Dan Murrell. That's the slimmest of leads you could possibly have. Clark, would you like to spin first or defer to Dan Murrell?
I will go first.
Gonna go first.
She's going to go first. She's been good friends with the wheel, and you knock on wood because I don't want to be an announcer's curse here, and see what happens.
Well,
she's got a new style. She really whips that thing.
Yeah,
it happens.
I was going to say the style comes from all those bar classes. It's either pure bar or something like that.
The audience is really locked in right now. You can hear them murmuring. Is it going to go past opponent's choice here?
It's not going to be opponent's choice. It could be spinner's choice.
Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese. She's going to spin again?
Away she goes.
Okay. She wants right into that spin.
She did. She wants away from it.
The key to a spin, it's in the legs.
It just
more
depends.
so than it is.
Each player has a different style on how to do it.
No, I'm telling you how.
Some of them do it for the pegs.
One in a long time.
It's not because
How I
of
spin the
wheel.
wheel.
It's because Scores and Soundtracks, which is Scores.
Uh-oh.
Coming of age.
Coming of age. Coming of age.
Ooh.
And I will remind everybody out there that wheel that Clarke just spun is a Patreon-sponsored wheel. Thank you to Wade Carter, ladies and gentlemen. Wade Carter, loyal supporter of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown patron. His sponsored wheel slices are horror movies and new releases. Clarke wasn't able to get either one of those, but she does get coming-of-age films. She might come of age here in this match if she can ace the category.
Well, here you go, Clarke Wolfe. 4 questions. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which hockey team jersey does Cameron wear throughout the movie?
Multiple choice.
A, Chicago Blackhawks. B, Montreal
Red Wings.
Canadiens. C, Detroit Red Wings.
Is it
D,
the Red
Ottawa
Wings?
Senators.
It's a red.
The Red Wings.
That is correct.
It's a red. It was a red jersey. So
It's the same one that Dr. Cox wears all the time on Scrubs.
Who
yes.
played Juno's stepmother in 2007's Juno?
Jennifer Garner.
That's incorrect. Stepmother's incorrect. Steele?
Allison Janney?
Yeah.
Correct.
I was like, Allison did
It
it.
was like, yeah, Jennifer Garner was.
The one who wanted to adopt Juno's baby.
She was
Yeah.
the mother who was going to adopt. What color is John Miner's iconic 1932 Ford Coupe that he races in American
Is
Graffiti?
it blue?
White.
White?
White.
It's incorrect. Steele?
Red.
Blue.
Yellow. Yellow. All right, last question.
No,
for
it said the
Clarke.
ones that we said.
Who
Plural.
directed 2017's Call Me
Luca
By Your
Guadagnino.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna try to say his name.
Also did a very.
Five. 4.
Repeat the question.
Who directed
Also did a
2017's
pretty decent remake
Call
of
Me
Suspiria.
By Your Name? 5.
Luca Guadagnino.
Well, accepted. Luca Guadagnino is correct. 2 points. 2 points.
Yeah, 'cause it's really hard to say his name.
Spin.
Or Peter
Serafinowicz.
Serafinowicz.
JTE rule. Dan has not used one yet.
Serafinowicz.
Category
Yeah.
she didn't necessarily love, but she navigated.
Almost certain that name is Polish.
Dan Murrell did get a 2-point steal.
Chasema
Keep
Triceratops.
eyes on that. It's a 3-round match, and that could really come back to haunt Clarke in round 3.
Could be, unless again he lands on something that
Yeah.
she is good
He's
at.
got that mulligan, but here comes opponent's choice. Are we going to get that far? It looks like could be fantasy sci-fi for Dan Murrell.
Fantasy sci-fi for Dan Murrell. Is he going to attempt fate? Is he
want
going
it?
to go for it?
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm keeping everything that's not opponent's choice this season.
Dan Murrell.
Here we go.
Probably a good move.
Question number 1.
In the world of fantasy sci-fi, Dan, your first question. In the world of fantasy science fiction, what is the name of the last human city on Earth in the
Zion.
Matrix
Zion.
trilogy?
I was thinking Babylon.
Zion.
It is, in fact, Zion. Name of a lot of basketball-playing high schools as well. All right, your next question, fantasy sci-fi. You're currently tied with Clarke. This will give you the lead if you get it right. A group of scientists try to track down and trap a killer alien seductress before she can successfully mate with a human.
Species.
In what 1995 sci-fi horror film?
Species.
Certainly is Species.
Natasha Henstridge.
Henstridge on a mission, and Dan Murrell emerges with a 2-point lead over Clarke Wolfe. Still 2 left in his slate. Your penultimate question in round number 2. This star from the Star Trek franchise played Guinevere's father, King Leo de Grance, in 1981's Excalibur.
Multiple choice.
Is it A. Patrick Stewart, B. Leonard Nimoy, C. Peter Weller, or D. Bruce Greenwood?
I would say Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
We'll give him a point.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
All right. Your last question, Dan, in the world of fantasy science fiction. What race of beings do the elf-like Jen and Kira belong to in The Dark Crystal?
That's a
5.
Gelflings.
It is, in fact.
Wow.
That's a pull right there.
Yeah.
That is a pull.
I was like, Muppets.
Multiple tries. Is that the Fraggles?
They're Muppets.
That's the Fraggles, right?
Yeah.
Bigger than this before.
You got to think about that steal, though, because it was a 4-point swing from one to the other one. And as we move into round 3, this is the last match. We've had a lot of championship matches and some yet to come. It's a 3-round match for this particular competition. And Clarke Wolfe, Dan Murrell, you each are going to give us 3 numbers.
I'll take number 2, number 9, and number 17, please.
2, 9, and 17 for Dan. Clarke.
4, 12, 19.
4, 12, and 19 for Clarke Wolfe. She will be up first, trying to avoid the TKO here as we start with category number 4 from Clarke Wolfe. All right, Clarke. Category 4. 80s movies. 80s movies. All right. What was the name of the detective hired to investigate Jessica Rabbit in Who Framed
Eddie Valiant.
Eddie Valiant.
That is correct.
Eddie.
Yep. And now Clarke.
Ooh, Eddie. No.
I can't do Roger.
Please, Eddie.
Tie the
There it
game
is.
here.
Charles Fleischer.
It goes right back to coming of age movies. Coming of age movies. Here we go. All right. Here's another one. Which 2009 Star Trek alum starred in the indie coming of age film Like Crazy?
Chris Pine. I don't know. Like
5,
crazy.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
It's number 2. Which 2009 Star Trek alum starred in the indie coming of age film Like Crazy?
Chris Pine.
Correct. Looking for Anton Yelchin.
Oh, okay.
Anton Yelchin. All
Yeah.
right. So now Clarke Wolfe has to hit her 5-pointer. If she hits the 5, it bounces back to Dan. But if she misses it, Dan Murrell will win via TKO and will be heading to New York to play either Ethan Irwin or John Rogan.
Does he have to pay, or do we pay for him to go to New
I
York?
think we're going to pay for it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Clarke, DiCaprio. DiCaprio is your 5-pointer. DiCaprio. Which movie star had one of his early feature film roles as Mickey in the Leonardo DiCaprio film, The Basketball Diaries?
Brendan Fraser.
And yo!
Oh.
By way of technical knockout!
Ooh.
Dangerous! Dan!
Ooh, that came down to it, didn't it?
Oh, that's right.
Bunch into the actor that we know and love today, and you talk about who
That was like one of his, like, yeah, that was like his first role coming out of the Marky Mark phase.
The Funky Bunch.
They answered a lot of questions correctly. It went
Just
Dan
a
Murrell's way,
good
and we are going to be
vibration.
getting him to New York.
My turn.
That is
Dan
too.
Murrell's going to New York to play either Dan or John Rogan, but Clarke Wolfe,
I'm okay.
if you look at where she's walking out, she's
Allergies.
walking out with that belt on
No,
her
I'm
shoulder.
good.
Because look, what a battle, what a match. It was tight in that first one. It's just Clarke at the end there couldn't come up with the
And
answer.
the steal really,
I think that changed the whole game.
it can affect your psyche. Dan Murrell not blinking, spinning fantasy sci-fi, a category I think he's somewhat comfortable with. He seemed prepared for the round 3 that was to come. He never had to answer any questions. That's the way the Schmoedown goes occasionally.
You want to look at something though. Dan Murrell now is 10. He is 10-4. He is 10-4, and he has 7 knockouts. 10-4, 7 knockouts.
Pretty good.
The question is, who does he want to play? Because he's got unfinished business with both. So we're going to find out in that interview here with both Clarke Wolfe and Dan Murrell. There's Jen Sturger.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Dangerous Dan Murrell. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think that was a match that we all wanted to see. We love watching you compete against people like Clarke, but I feel like I got a little glimpse of like retro Dan today.
Maybe. I mean, I thought that match was going to go the distance.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I was lucky enough to be here for Clarke and Rachel's teams match. And if we played the questions that they got on that match, she would be standing here right now as the winner, and I'd be on the other side of this. Like they said, it is a lot of it is you know the questions or you don't. I happened to get some that I knew, but I also got lucky. I made a big mental mistake in that game. I heard hostile and I saw in my brain, and I wrote down the wrong director. And in a match against an opponent like Clarke, you are extremely lucky to overcome something like that. So I'm just happy to have the win and then get to sit back and see who I'm going to get to face off against.
It's a horror movie. You know she's going to get it.
You have those steals that came in pretty handy too.
Yeah, I mean that is sort of the secret of the game as far as making up ground. I was behind. If you're able to pick up a steal, even just 1 point in round 2, that's really going to help you in the end game. And conversely, if you miss something and you get it stolen, that doesn't help. So lucky to pick up a steal there and be able to go to the end.
I know winning today must feel pretty great, especially coming off the controversial loss to Corruption. I know you and Roca and myself were very emotional.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No,
I think
I got emotional first. I got emotional first. I was just.
I can't watch
upset.
you cry, man. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's only so far behind the curtain we really need to go, but I mean.
How does this win feel coming off that?
It feels, Chance and
It's a fact of life.
played a fantastic game. I've said elsewhere, but I'll say it here on the show that if I were the judge that they called to make those calls, I think I probably would have made the same ones.
Internet.
To be honest, it's a lot better
We're reactors.
when I look
We
back
have
at the
to
season,
talk.
considering how it started.
No, Jen said shut up.
It's nice to be able to end the season with a win.
Do you feel like you're finally finding your groove?
I think so. The game changed a lot.
How
while I was gone,
Murrell got
and
his
that's
groove
not
back.
to take away from Guy. That's not to take away from Ethan. So
He took it from Stella.
And anybody that beat
Stella!
him this season.
Wrong
But
Stella.
I was on a bit of a learning curve as far as understanding the tone of the game,
And the psychological
the tempo,
warfare that goes into it.
the psychological warfare, the strategy.
Yeah.
No one was doing strategy really when I first started playing the game, and so I feel better about my understanding of the game, my knowledge, when I should take risks, when I shouldn't take risks, and I'm going to continue over this next few months, leading up to New York, to continue hopefully to map things out in my head, try to fill in some holes in my knowledge, because no matter who wins today, I'm going to have my hands full in New York.
Well, Mark and Christian are booking your flights. I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
New York is going to be a kind of a weird experience for you, because you're either going to have to face Ethan Irwin, who you've already faced once before, and we know how that turned out.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to face John Roca.
Yeah.
And your
Both
teammate, your
excellent
horseman.
I know.
live event matches.
This
This is like a real Sophie's choice here.
It really is. I don't have a
I wish we had
preference.
tickets to that.
Ethan is a machine, but we have also seen that
What would we do with
Roca
those?
is fired up.
We're in
Roca's
Texas.
Got that
Probably just give
passion
them away.
behind him, which he
Yeah.
always does. He's almost unstoppable. So I'm really facing two opponents that look unstoppable. I don't know how either one of them is going to come out on top today without us having a 3-hour-long match, if I'm being honest.
I can't be here that late. I have things to do.
Exactly. I mean, it may be an empty studio. I don't know. But I do think that whoever it is, I'm not going to have the advantage. If I had been able to play today, you're at the end of the season. People have been playing a lot of matches. There's been a lot of tournaments going on. And now, no matter who it is, they're going to be rested. They're going to be ready to go. But
This is the grind. This is the Super Bowl of movie trivia.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasure watching you compete today. Congratulations. You had a well-done season. And I know that it was one of a lot of ups and downs for you. And I hope that you're feeling on the upswing now.
I am. I'm very happy and very lucky and very fortunate to get a win today. And I'll see whoever wins the title fight today in New York. And be ready, because I'm bringing my A game.
See you in New York, guys. I'm back
What
with
was that?
Clarke Wolfe and the fight.
She got excited.
Oh.
You've had a long day today.
Microphone's not
I
on.
think I can say both of the matches that we saw.
Give him a minute.
Were hard matches. And no fault matches. At the end, did fatigue just kind of set in the match?
I mean, listen, you either know it or you don't, and I got hit with some questions today that this match that I did not know, flat out. Like, I can't deny that. I am also exhausted. I'm tired. My brain is definitely a little fried. But today just wasn't my day.
Why wasn't you have 2 matches in one day?
The second half of the day wasn't your day.
True. Yes, of course.
But I think what it came down to was that match was just steals. Those steals really hurt you, and that's what honestly put you back. Other than that, you were right in the thick of that. And especially especially hanging with someone like Dan Murrell. I mean, who played like old Dan Murrell, the one that we all know. I think that speaks volumes for how your play has transformed this season.
I mean, thanks. Look, it's funny. I always say before I play that I just don't want to get knocked out, and the only times I've ever been knocked out is when I play Dan. So maybe the third time's a charm. I don't know. But in terms of like the Juno question, if I had gone to multiple choice, I would have said Jennifer Garner, and it would have been, you know what I mean? Like I just learned the fact wrong or didn't remember, and it's fine. Honestly, we say it all the time, but you either know it or you don't. I'm not ashamed of the match I played, and so there you go.
Who do you think he has a better chance against, though? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that
everyone's eyebrows did this collectively.
Well, the thing that I love about Dan
kind of true.
is that Dan is cool as a cucumber, and so is Ethan. They both are chill AF, and so I actually think that could be a really fun live match because. You're not going to get anything.
It's going to be Battle of the Poker Faces.
That's right. And if one of them did start to show a little bit of emotion, like that would be like, ooh. So that's kind of the matchup that I would like to see.
Absolutely.
Dan play every match as Alan Rickman.
Really, that for me, like, listen, I know Dan Murrell is great at movie trivia, but his best moment in the entire Schmoedown was answering Alan Rickman as Alan Rickman. May you rest in peace.
Oh man, I just have to say though, Clarke, with the season closing today, it's been an honor watching you become the player that you become this season. I've always had a lot of respect for you. I think I can speak for a lot of us when I say that, but watching how your mental game and like your preparedness has changed. I mean, I think I can say that you have elevated yourself in this league to, I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you.
I really am.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. No, that's okay.
I took it away. I'm sorry. It's old habits die hard.
You guys have more interesting.
Wow.
The golden
Give
mic.
me both of the mics. I really appreciate that, and
Still not a Christmas movie.
The thing that I hope that the people watching understand is that I'm more interested in playing the game, and winning is great. Winning is like best case scenario, but sometimes you don't play great, sometimes you do. I did the best I could in this match, and that's just sort of like, it is what it is. There's nothing I would have or could have done differently.
Yeah. I was just going to say, there is a difference in playing and losing when you lose because you knew it but you couldn't get there. And you beat yourself up and then you miss the next question and then you're in your head. That never happened. You are, talk about cool as a cucumber or cool as a like, you are that player. Absolutely. And this was just a case where a handful of questions lined up that you didn't know. Happens to everybody. Everybody. It's happened to Dan. So, yeah, hold your head high. We're very proud of you,
Thank
Fight Club,
you.
and you'll be back.
Thank you.
Yes, 2 F-bombs from Rachel today. And
I'm on a roll.
Like I said, it's been an absolute treat. And I think that 2019 is going to be the year that the only person that can beat Clarke Wolfe is Clarke Wolfe.
Hey, that's sweet. Thanks, Jen.
Look, Dan Murrell saying that of course he wants to play his buddy John Roca there, and for part 3 of their trilogy if it was going to go down. But he also wouldn't mind seeing Ethan Irwin, because Ethan Irwin, TKO Dan in the singles tournament. So what a way for revenge to take the title off of Ethan in New York. So you're going to have Dan Murrell versus either John Roca or Ethan Irwin. So once again, Schmoedownlive.com. Get those tickets now, because I can't imagine they're going to be available for much longer after that. Dan Murrell is going to be playing either Ethan or John Roca, but Clarke,
if you can find them.
Again,
They weren't even available before that.
She walks away today. She doesn't come up going to New York or playing in the singles championship. She walks away the team champion still, hell of a match today, and she had a hell of a season.
One of the great competitors we have ever had in the singles, maybe the best team we've ever seen in the history of the movie Trivia Schmoedown, dating back to 1947. Wow. And Christian, it's just been an honor to see her and Dan Murrell compete head-to-head, and that is the way that we close out video number 2. But don't go anywhere just yet. Stick around the parts of YouTube, because vid 3, it's right around the corner, and that will contain the Inner Geekdom Championship and the 5-round championship for the singles title to determine who Dan Murrell will be facing once he goes to New York City. Will it be John Roca? Will it be Ethan Irwin? I guess we're going to find out today.
We're going to find out pretty soon. So, guys, thank you very much. Once again, sign up to Patreon today. It's patreon.com/Schmoedown. Check out the Schmoedown rundown. Do all that, but the most important thing, you got to go watch the Inner Geekdom Championship. You got to go watch the Singles Championship. So get your pizzas done, go to take your bathroom break, and go check it out. Do it now. We'll catch you next.
Go to the bathroom.
Still looking for that mask, huh?
Yeah. You mean he's completely exhausted every possible place before checking the dumpster outside?
Probably should have in the first place he checked.
Watch Andrew Guy's gonna tackle him now.
I would love that. Please happen.
That's all that cutscene was? It was just watching Dagnino looking for his mask.
That's fantastic.
Jeez.
Only the Schmoedown can get away with something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, Dan won.
I mean, you got my hopes up. Now I wish Andrew Guy tackled him.
Yeah, I know. That would have been kind of funny.
I have your mask!
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan. So, the two matches in the video for today, I got the first one, you got the second one.
Yeah. Funny how that worked out.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah, so Dan's going to New York.
Yeah.
Gotta take some time off the Screen Junkies.
Yep.
Who's gonna go with him, though? That's the big question.
That was so weird. We both went and scratched like our faces and put our arms out at the same time. That was, it just looked weird on the...
Yeah, call things out. That's cool.
Well, they're gonna call it out, too. It just looks funny.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, so you have, in this one, you have Clarke Wolfe, who just came off the team championship, going up against Dan. There's two ways that could go. Either she's riding high on the win from the team championship and takes out Dan Murrell,
or she's exhausted from all that work.
Or she's
the
fatigued.
team. Yeah. Either way, I think she's still being able to perform like that up against Dan Murrell is fantastic.
2 matches in one day is no easy feat.
Mm-mm.
Especially not when you're in the Spectacular and you're up against the level of competition that she was up against that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got Dan Murrell going to New York, though.
Yep.
Going up against either Ethan Irwin or John Roca. Either one, fantastic match for a New York Live event.
Yep.
Those people in New York are going to have a fun time. Those lucky sons of guns.
Yep.
But as far as this video goes, that's going to be it for today. We are going to do the next ones probably tomorrow. Record them tomorrow.
Get them edited out and out to you as fast as possible. As of right now, this moment, both of the videos from the first video are out on Cinefanatics. They've also been posted to the Facebook page. Make sure you go check those out. Let us know what you think of those reactions. I will try to get these cranked out over the next day from when you watch this, so that might not make much sense. But I'm going to get these out as fast as possible.
Yeah, by the time you see this, he will have been done with them.
Makes sense.
We want to thank you guys for watching, liking and commenting and subscribing, doing all of those YouTube things. We appreciate it so much.
Go do it over on Collider as well, because they will also appreciate it if you do that for them.
And without them, we wouldn't be having this fun time here today. So,
yep.
And until next time.
And as always... yeah. Tired.
Don't you forget about me. Hungry like the wolf. 80 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
Take whatever. Later.
See ya.
take on me, take me.
Please stop. Please stop.
I'll be
Stop it.
gone.
That's how we lost the first
That's how you
marker.
lost the marker.